First, you want to start off by picking a grid that you like. And I'm just going to be using this heart template. I like to import it into an app where I can write on the picture, but you can also print it out if you prefer that. You want to use a thin yarn, preferably thread, so your image is really visible. I don't have any right now, so I'm just going to use the thinnest yarn I have. And you also want to use the appropriate hook, which I'm using a 2mm. Next, you're going to count how many boxes you have across, multiply that by 2, and if your first box is filled in, you're going to add 3, while if it's hollowed out, you're going to add 4. So you add that up, and that means that I need to have 21 base chains. So now I have my 21 chains. If you had to chain 3 extra, you're going to double crochet into the 4th stitch from your hook, while if you chained 4 extra, you're going to double crochet into the 6th stitch from your hook. Since all my boxes are filled in for my first row, I'm just going to double crochet all the way down the chain. So the way I like to look at this is in clusters of 3. So you have your first double crochet, your second, and your third, while in the hollow boxes, you have your 2 double crochets on either side with chain 1 in the middle. After this first cluster of 3, you're basically just adding 2 stitches to make each other box, whether that's 2 double crochets or a chain 1 and a double crochet. So the way I look at this on my work is 3 double crochets form 1 box, and the last double crochet from that last box forms the first double crochet of your next box. So since my next box is filled in, I'm going to chain 3, while if it was hollowed out, you would chain 4 to account for that extra chain 1. And what I like to do just to keep track of which way I'm moving on my chart is I like to color code my right from my left, so whatever row I just finished, I will cross it out in the color that I assigned it. Now for that filled in box, I'm going to double crochet into the next stitch rather than the same stitch because that 3 chain already counts as my first double crochet. And then to finish that first filled in box, just double crochet into the next stitch. And for the hollowed out boxes, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, skip, and double crochet into the next stitch. Since that last double crochet that closed off that last filled in box counts as the beginning of the empty box, I'm just going to chain 1 and double crochet. With my 7 hollow boxes done, I have 2 chains left, the top of this last double crochet and the top of the 3 chain from the base chain that we made. And since my last box is filled in, I'm going to double crochet into both. Now every time you have a hollowed out box, you want to chain 1 and you're going to double crochet into the double crochet from the row previous. So you're going to go into that bar rather than the chain 1 space. And every time you have a filled in box, you're going to double crochet into that chain 1 stitch and into the next double crochet. And you're just going to continue this double crochet, or chain 1 double crocheting pattern until you have your full picture. And here's the finished picture. From here you can add a nice border to really finish it off. I really hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. Happy crocheting!